on the night. Lady Yellow Jackets will, if you haven't seen them play, they're fun to watch. They're going to get up and down the floor with the full court pressing. And as they will tend to, as we saw against Cave City and against Balna, they wore both of those two teams down before the game was over. Probably look for that tonight. Marshall comes in tonight, probably a little bit down this year in girls basketball, so look for the Yellow Jackets maybe to get on a good run tonight. Maybe this may be a quick one, as Coach Post said early, and wouldn't hurt anybody's feelings. The Yellow Jackets get in, get a good victory, get out of here quickly, because they have a conference game tomorrow night as Penguin comes to town, and both teams are 2-0 when they tip it off tomorrow night. So, but a good tune-up for the Yellow Jackets tonight. If you haven't seen them, also they'll play. They're about 10 deep, and they will play a lot of players. Even here in the first half, they'll play a lot of players and try to keep fresh legs on the floor. And we're just seconds away from tip-off here at Yellow Jacket Arena. A little smaller crowd tonight. We had a great crowd here Friday night on senior night. Angela Bradford told me they made almost $2,500 in the concession stand Friday night. That is a huge night, and all that money goes back to Yellow Jacket Athletics.
Well, the officials are on the floor. They brought the basketball with them, and we are ready to get underway here in the senior girls contest. The tip into the front court, controlled by the Yellow Jackets. Drive to the basket, shot blocked out of bounds. They will keep it with Clinton underneath the basket.
Yeah, quickly, Yellow Jackets got the tip, and they go right to the basket. They do everything quickly now.
Inbound the ball, it's in the middle. Kick out behind the three-point line, throw it up high. And it sails out of bounds. First turnover over that. It'll be Marshall's first offensive possession of the night.
Kylie Laster starting tonight. She didn't start Friday night. Well, check that. She did start Friday night, but the point was she got all the way through the first quarter with only one foul. So when she stays out of foul trouble, she is a real force for Lady Yellow Jackets on the inside, both offensively and defensively.
And Clinton with a full court press. Marshall breaks it. They get it across. And you'll see that tonight. Well, if you've seen or listened to a game already this year, you talked about defensive pressure up and down the floor. Marshall lob pass inside. Nice catch, nice shot. Up and in. The first points of the night go to Jayla Pruitt for the Bobcats. They take an early lead. Inbound the ball to Alexa Buhart, down to Lacey Bell McJunkins. Left side, lob to Laster. Two defenders reach in, committing the foul. That'll go against Pruitt, I believe. We'll see. I don't know if Laster was in the act of shooting quite yet. She was not. Yellow Jackets will inbound the basketball from the baseline behind the goal. Stolzfus to inbound, the senior. Looks inside, not there. Back out high to McDonald, into the corner. Stolzfus popped out. She's open for a three, and it's good. Haven Stolzfus, the senior, gets the Yellow Jackets on the board for their first points of the night. It's a 3-2 lead. Quickly full court press. Collision with Stolzfus and Spurlock. Haven certainly got the worst of that, and she may end up with a foul as well. That's the position where Spurlock kind of was coming back to get to the ball, and Stolzfus, I don't even know if she knows Spurlock was coming. Haven went to the floor. She'll be whistled for the foul. Marshall inbound the basketball. They'll get across the midcourt stripe. Knocked away. Buhurst got it up the floor quickly. McDonald catches up with it. She'll put it off the glass. Good. Reese McDonald, the sophomore, her first 2 points. 5-2 is the lead.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets have great recognition after the turnovers. They go right to the basket, and there's another steal.
Lacey Bell McJunkins with a three off the steal. Marshall's going to take an early timeout. 6:35 in the opening quarter. Yellow Jackets off to an 8-2 start. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Bobcats up the front, they need the press, but Kylie Laster is waiting, and she blocks that shot up into the stands behind the goal. And well, you talked about Kylie on the radio the other night. What a luxury she has to be sitting back in the lane and just waiting for the ball to come to her.
Yeah, we just saw it there. They broke the full court Yellow Jacket press. Looked like they had a run out, and there's Kylie Laster on the backside. Blocks it into the crowd.
Missed shot. Laster with a rebound up the floor quickly. McJunkins off the pass by Stolzfus. Off the glass, good from the left side. The left-hander makes it look easy. 10-2. Pressure again in the backcourt. Knocked out of bounds by Stolzfus.
Just a different philosophy this year. Laster gets a normal rebound. This time the quick clear out, 2 passes down the floor, and McJunkins had a layup at the other end. They're looking to get the floor as quickly as possible.
And so far tonight, they're finishing well. You know, we don't always see in high school. Sometimes we see a chance for a fast break, a layup, get to the glass, and some of those players, they're just not always able to quite finish there, what we call at the board or at the rim. They don't get that high, but McDonald or McJunkins tonight, you know, taking it to the basket, they're getting it in there. They're not missing those easy shots right under the goal.
Yeah, Yellow Jackets fit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Marshall with a shot. A miss, rebound, back to the Yellow Jackets. McDonald flashes for the steal, knocked away. Let's see, when they settle back into a defensive set, what are they in there? Is that a
kind of a 1-3-1 zone. When Kylie get up on the free throw line, and they stretch out pretty wide there. And then Booher and Reese, they're always getting their hands on the basketball.
And there she is, McDonald with a steal. She'll lead the pack down the floor, put it off the glass, good. Reese McDonald with 2 more. She has 4, 12-2 is the lead. Stolzfus going to steal it with the press to McJunkins. Thought about a shot, kind of got her defender to commit a little bit. Then she took off on the dribble, but the official will say she took an extra step.
Yeah, I told Coach Post, I said the stat for y'all is not just turnovers, it's probably turnovers plus deflections. Because Reese McDonald and Booher, they're always getting their hands on the basketball.
They force a steal. McDonald with it. She'll drive, shoot, miss, but get her own rebound. Back into the lane to Laster. She'll turn, shoot, kind of fall away to the side. Miss, rebound. Stolzfus. McJunkins from the baseline. Good. Lacey Bell with 2. She has 7, 14-2. 5 minutes, 8 seconds in the third quarter. Marshall wants another timeout, and I'm sure they're not sure what's hit them thus far, less than 3 minutes into the ball game.
Yeah, I told you during the break, usually when the Yellow Jackets score 1 basket, they may score 3 or 4 in a row because that allows them to jump into the press. The other night against Ball Knob, they had a big lead. Then they went cold in the third quarter, couldn't hit from the outside, and went about 3 minutes without being able to press. And so the press creates more opportunities to score high percentage shots. And as you see now, against Ball Knob the other night, they scored 20 straight points. Ball Knob went ahead 4-0. Then the Yellow Jackets scored 20 straight, and now it's 14-2 here with Marshall. Coach Post spent time at Arkansas Tech University, outstanding program, and then also at North Little Rock with Coach Darrell Fimple, and been around some good basketball, and they both play this style, aggressive pressing style of basketball.
And interesting to see how either he's got the players that can do it, or he's worked them into being able to do it, you know, since the school year started here in year 1, because the execution looks good. They've responded well.
Yes, at 5:30 in the morning.
Pressure in the backcourt again. Donald Stolzfus, Lacey Bell McJunkins up near midcourt. Laster picks it off. She'll drive. Got a defender on the left side. She'll put it up. Boy, she took that ball one-handed up with her right hand, up off the glass. Good. That's her first 2 points. The 4th player to score for the Yellow Jackets.
That shows her athletic ability, though. At her size, able to make a steal at midcourt and drive the length of the floor and score. She has tremendous potential.
Marshall around the perimeter behind the three-point line. Into the high post. Laster's got a height advantage there. High post again, but Laster defending. Gets help. 3 players. McJunkins knocks it away. back to her hands, over to Stolzfus, cross midcourt, defense back, picks up her dribble.
Already 6 turnovers on Marshall now. We hadn't played 4 minutes.
Booher, catch and shoot 3. Booher, the pass from her right, she kind of just went up in her shot motion from that, and that's a pretty looking 3-point field goal, and it's 19-2.
You know, you look at this team, too, probably the person best built to be a press defender is sitting on the bench over there. Madison Spear out for the year with a knee injury. You really hate to see her. This style of basketball really fit her skills.
She'll cheer her teammates on from the sideline with that knee injury. Got to play on senior night last week. Those scored, had a free throw.
That was a pretty touching scene here at Yellow Jacket Arena.
Get into the corner. Coach Matthew Post says, keep your hands up, off the foot. And then it's off of Booher, but she was tripped up. And that's going to be a foul on Marshall. That'll be, the second team foul on Marshall tonight. Clinton has 3. There's 3:33 remaining in the open quarter. It's a 19-2 lead. On the floor, you've got Alexis Booher, Lacey Bell McJunkins, Kylie Laster, Reese McDonald, Haven Stolzfus. Those 5 have gone from the tip thus far. No substitutions yet for the Yellow Jackets and Coach Matthew Post.
Zone defense for Marshall, a 1-2-2.
Oh, pass, a
great recognition
pass. Booher to McDonald from the kind of behind the three-point line on the right side. McDonald kind of had a lane, cutting low to the left.
Yeah, brought the ball to the right side. Laster came over to the right block, pulled the defense, and they threw it on back door on the left side. Really pretty play. Ball knocked out of bounds. Another deflection.
Inbound the ball, stolen by McDonald. She'll dribble past one defender, put it off the glass. Good on the right side. The sophomore, she's the leading scorer for the Yellow Jackets here early. 8 points and a 23-2 lead.
She may have as many steals as she has points.
Up the floor, head of the press. Booher defending out in front of the Yellow Jacket bench. They'll push the Bobcats out a little deep. Into the high post, dribble down the lane. Nice move off the glass, good. And a Spurlock gets 2. They break the drought for Marshall after they scored the very
Great
first
pass.
2 points of the ball game. Lassiter inside. Who got the assist on that?
Lacey Bell McJunkins. But the thing was, Marshall scores, and we answer within 5 seconds there. They get the ball down quickly, running what they call a secondary break. And Laster pinned her girl on the block, and McJunkins got it to her. There's another steal.
Laster has it down the side. She'll get to the middle of the floor, split 2 defenders, put it off the glass. It won't go. In for the ball on the floor, Lacey Bell McJunkins. I think they'll be tied up, and it'll be alternate possession to Marshall.
That's something we didn't see Kylie do in junior high. Makes the steal. Free throw line extended. Able to put the ball on the floor and drive the length of the floor. Didn't score that time, but wow, at her size, that's quite a move.
Low post, Laster behind, defending, pass into the lane. Too much traffic, picked off. McDonald up the floor to Booher. 2 defenders, she'll drive left. Switch, I think, to her right hand and put it off the glass, good. Alexis Booher now with 5 points, 27-4. Still, Booher knocked it away. Marshall recovers. Still in the backcourt.
14 shots
McDonald.
already in the
It's getting close
first quarter
to a
for Clinton.
10-second call. See if they get it. It might have been deflected. I'm not sure.
10 of 14 shooting for Clinton.
It's about 70% on some quick calculations.
11 turnovers now for Marshall. We still got 1:05 left in the first quarter.
27-4.
I didn't keep the stats Friday night, but I bet we forced Ball Knob into almost 35 turnovers.
Right side, McDonald up high to Laster. Oh, shows her height there. Went up and got the ball. I think the defender kind of ducked a little bit low, and that Laster made that look easy. Off the pass.
And all 5 players have scored for Clinton here in the first quarter. We've had some seasons where we wouldn't see that.
Loses the ball. McJunkins has it across midcourt. 1 defender on her right. McJunkins puts it off glass. It won't go. Booher with a follow. Ball out of bounds. It belongs to Marshall. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter, 29-4.
Yeah, we've had some years where we had a couple of scorers and then maybe 3 role players that you hoped could score. But, man, we've had, just in the first quarter alone, 5
players
have already on the board.
It made multiple baskets. Everyone except Stolzfus so far. She has that 1 3-point field goal, so not a fluke, I guess, as you would say.
And another steal.
McJunkins. Long pass down the floor. McDonald, defender there, fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line with 13 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Once again, the recognition. You got to do that in practice. You know, hey, I got a steal. Just glad to have the ball. Not with this team. I got a steal. Where's my next best pass to advance the ball down the floor? We made a steal, and 2 passes later, Reese is going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
She'll miss the first. She'll have a second opportunity.
First 3 throws of the night for Clinton.
And Reese gets the second. She leads all scorers with 9 points, 30-4, 13 seconds. So Clinton, the press will relax a little bit. Marshall gets it across, 10 seconds. McJunkins defending, push the Bobcats out near midcourt. Won't be easy. Dribble up the 3-point line, lob inside, knocked out of bounds by Stolzfus. 1 second remaining. Marshall will have it from behind the goal. Inbound the ball, knocked away by Laster. They won't get the shot off. And the first quarter has come to an end. It's the Lady Yellow Jackets 30, the Marshall Bobcats 4. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back, the professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Tonight's exciting Yellow Jacket basketball action is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters. By Clinton Stockyards, American Home Pharmacy, Regions Bank of Clinton, by Dr. Miles Hill in the Van Buren County Veterinary Clinic, by Canada Abstract, and by Johnny's Automotive. These fine Yellow Jacket boosters bring you tonight's game.
Colleague Jeff Hall back at Yellow Jacket Arena. It's a 4-game night at the arena. Yellow Jackets have lost the first 2 games tonight to Marshall, but the senior girls jumped out to a 30-4 lead at the end of the first quarter. That's right, end of the first quarter. Jackets shot 10 of 15 in the first quarter, 67% from the field. Marshall only got off 4 shots in that first quarter. Yellow Jackets forced 13 Marshall turnovers. Yellow Jackets have the ball to open the second quarter. Got a new 5 in the game now for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Maggie Deckelman, Katie McJunkins, Sydney Standridge, Shelby Dawson, along with Kinley Keith for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jackets now played 10 players in the game tonight. Shot up and no good for Clinton, and Marshall has it. Yellow Jackets in that 1-3-1 zone defense, putting pressure on the ball. If it gets down in the corners, they'll try to trap it. As Marshall moves it into the corner, and it's going to be a foul over there on the Lady Yellow Jackets. Good hustle play, though, as Katie McJunkins was going for the steal. And her momentum carried her into the offensive player. And that'll be her first foul of the game. That'll be Clinton's 4th team foul. Jackets knock it away out of bounds. Marshall inbounds once again into their own basket. I'm not keeping deflections, but that's 13 turnovers plus probably another dozen but deflections.
Inbound the ball. The shot off the glass good for Anna Spurlock. That's her second field goal. She leads scoring for Marshall. It's 30-6, the Yellow Jacket lead.
Marshall also playing a 1-3-1 now, and they're into the floor.
Ball's loose, and it'll be tied up. Let's see, who all came to the ball game for the second quarter?
Yeah, we got 5 new players in Sydney Standridge, Kinley Keith, Katie McJunkins, Shelby Dawson, and Maggie Deckelman. That'll be the Yellow Jackets' third turnover of the night. We have one senior and 4 sophomores on the floor right now for Clinton. Jacket defense doing a good job of harassing the ball handler.
Katie McJunkin defending, missing the shot. Standridge for the rebound. She'll get it over to Shelby Dawson. Into the corner, back to Dawson. Little give and go. Pass. Shelby gets it back and scores. The senior.
Nice. Yeah, nice play, as you said. Dropped it off to the corner, then flashed to the basket, got it right back to her for the layup.
32-6.
There's that trap in the corner we talked about.
Marshall will get away from it. Into the corner. 3-point shot good. That time the shooter had some space for the Bobcats. That's Ashley Horton. She gets a 3. Marshall's, well, did they just give her 2? They got 8 points on the scoreboard.
I gave her a 3 on my scorebook.
2 points. Public dress announcer Farron Rogers reports 32-8. And Clinton turned it over, trying to inbound the ball. Just had a little violation. Marshall gets it right
that
back.
That may have been a foul on Maggie Deckelman, I believe, on the shot. Marshall gets the basket. Clinton gets the foul. Marshall gets to throw it back into their own basket.
Okay, 32-10.
And so we have a timeout on the floor. Let's talk about the schedule. Tomorrow night, Pangburn will be here for conference games. A big one in the senior girls. Both teams are 2-0. Big one in the boys as both teams are 1-1. There's been a change in the schedule though tomorrow night. It was originally scheduled for junior boys. That game is going to be swapped. Junior girls are going to play here tomorrow night. Junior boys will play when they go to Pangburn in January. A little bit of COVID trouble, I think, with the 9th grade. Thursday's games at Center Ridge against Nemo Vista, those games have been canceled. And Friday's conference games at Searcy against Harding Academy, those have also been canceled as Harding Academy is in the state football semifinals.
Yellow Jackets pass inside off the hands, but Junkins comes up with it. She'll put up a shot. It won't go. Rebound to Marshall. 32-10. Yellow Jacket lead. 5 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And a steal by the Yellow Jackets. Keith with the basketball. Up on the left side to Standridge on the move. Fouled on her shot attempt. Sydney Standridge.
that trap. You got to keep them in there. Overs. There's the trap. Don't let her out.
Double team in the corner. Back to the top of the key for Marshall. Dressed in all black tonight. Jerseys and shorts trimmed in white. The Lady Yellow Jackets in white. Tops and bottoms trimmed in gold. For the steal, Shelby Dawson. Tosses, ends up in the backcourt. Marshall chases it down. Dawson flashes for another steal. Couldn't get that one. Standridge will knock the ball away, but should be whistled for a foul, and that'll be the 7th team foul. So now Marshall will be in the 1-and-1 free throw shooting opportunity for the remainder of the first half. 2:40 to go. They trail 38-10.
Now, in this style of play, Yellow Jackets are going to foul more. When you play defense full length of the floor, 94 feet, length 50 feet wide, you're going to foul more, and the Yellow Jackets pressing on the defensive end, a half court, they're going to foul more. So don't be alarmed if you see the Yellow Jackets with some fouls. It's just this style of play. Then the fouls cost you. Free throw's no good. Rebound by Marshall, though. They'll keep it here on the front court. Erica Sykes now in the game for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Against this 1-3-1 zone defense. Sydney Standards takes a break. Pass inside, looking backdoor cut. Nothing there. Now they get it in the corner. She'll take a long three. No good. Rebound by Shelby Dawson.
Up the floor, across midcourt, down the left side. Shot off the glass, won't go for the follow. Put back is up and in. That's Kinley Keith. She's the 10th Lady Yellow Jacket to score, and it's 40-10.
Yeah, Kinley, good athlete, came over from the volleyball team, joined the basketball squad, and she is another outstanding young sophomore player. Had 4 points on the night against Ball Knob.
Bounce pass to the high post. And then a foul called before a shot attempt. I think it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Marshall.
Good to hear Farron Rogers again, back over on the PA system at Yellow Jacket Arena tonight.
His first time out this season.
I'm going to mention Brian Henderson, the voice of Jim Tummelson Field, also here tonight, watching basketball.
And Spurlock, is that right? She got the second free throw. She has 8 points to lead the Bobcats. Inside, Marshall takes it away. Shelby Dawson's going to try to get it back. She steps out of bounds.
11 players have now played for Clinton tonight.
On the left side, the three-point line into the corner. Looks at a double team. In knocking the ball away, it's Deckelman. Katie McJunkins has it across midcourt. Quick pass into the lane, off the hands. It won't go.
Katie had the right idea. The pass was just a little hot and maybe just a little bit behind Erica. And that was the right play as she had a 2-on-1 break with Erica Sykes.
Deckelman knocks it away again. Dawson back to Deckelman. She'll drive all alone. Off the glass, good. Katie Deckelman with 4 points now. 42-12. Under 50 seconds to play in the second quarter.
10 players have now scored in the game for Clinton.
To the high post, dribble down into a double team. Shot won't go. Sykes with it. Outlet pass. A little quick. I don't think her teammate knew that one was coming. It was behind her. And Marshall recovers. 25 seconds. Shot from the right side outside the lane. Sykes defending. And I think Erica's going to be whistled for a foul. It'll be 2 free throws for Marshall. Spurlock gets another free throw. It's 9 points. Misses the second. Rebound to Dawson. Hands it off to Katie McJunkins. The left side, Deckelman. Kind of faked a shot. Three-pointer drove. Now she'll kick it back out. Work it across quickly to the baseline. Into Sykes. Spins. Left-hander up. Won't go. Shown rebound momentarily. It's knocked away. Marshall has it. 4 seconds at midcourt. Clinton tries to take it away. And they'll stop the clock with a 10th of a second remaining as Marshall travels. Inbound the basketball. A touch in the first half will come to an end. There it is. 42-13, the Lady Yellow Jackets over the Marshall Bobcats. They'll head to the locker room. We'll head to the halftime break. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
At First Security, our team is proud to be only in Arkansas. In fact, we've been committed to our home state since 1932. Why does that matter? Banking with First Security means that you get friendly service from local professionals right where you live. Decisions are made here, and so are relationships. From personal banking to business to mortgage, First Security is here for you. First Security, only in Arkansas. FSBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tonight's exciting Yellow Jacket basketball action is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by Latitude Bistro, by Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff, by The Pottery Shop, Arkansas Mountain United Country Real Estate, by Goods Cash Saver, and by PEH Supply. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's basketball game on KHPQ. Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992. You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Find relief from painful varicose veins. I'm Dr. Landon Humphrey with Conway Regional Surgical Associates, and I'm here to offer you pain relief with a minimally invasive laser treatment. This in-office procedure results in reduced pain, better sleep, increased mobility, and much more. Join me at Conway Regional for a free vein mapping and get started with a treatment path tailored to your needs. Call 501-327-4828 for more information. Don't wait for pain relief. Schedule your appointment today.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Strong, dependable, ready for anything. The Clinton Yellow Jackets know what it takes to make a great team, and Grassroots Equipment is proud to support them. Take on the season with Massey Ferguson compact and utility tractors. They mow, load, handle hay, and more, all while delivering more of the power and versatility you've come to expect from Massey Ferguson. Experience the compact and utility tractors that will take you through the season strong at Grassroots Equipment.
Well, some numbers from the first half.
Big numbers and good numbers for the Lady Yellow Jackets, that's for sure. As the Lady Yellow Jackets lead 42-13 at the half. They led 30-4 at the end of the first quarter and outscored Marshall 12-9 in that second quarter. 11 players played for Clinton tonight. So far, 10 players have scored. Yellow Jackets are 12 of 22 from the fields here in the first half. Pull that up for us. They are 55% shooting in the first half. They shot 67% in the first half. Marshall goes 4 for 12, only 33%. Yellow Jackets get up 22 shots, 10 more shots than Marshall here in the first half. Yellow Jackets with only 6 first-half turnovers. Marshall with 18 turnovers in the first half, and the Yellow Jackets lead 42-13, and just like that, they add the lead as Kylie Lassiter scores, and that's 8 points on the night for Lassiter. The Yellow Jackets lead 44-13. The original starting 5 on the court for Clinton. Seniors Lacey Belman Junkins and Haven Stowe-Foose, along with 10th graders Kylie Lassiter, Reese McDonald, and Alexa Booher. Marshall's first shot no good. McDonald picks it up. She's got to run out all the way. Layup short. She missed that one, and the ball goes over to Marshall. Marshall walks into the front court. You don't see much of the press here in the second half with Clinton with a 31-point lead. And another game looming tomorrow night here at the arena. Marshall whips it around the horn. Another steal by McJunkins. Yellow Jackets on the run. And then Lacey Bell scores. 8 points now on the night for Lacey Bell.
What was it 42 to what was the halftime score?
Yes, 42-13 for Clinton at the half. Now it's 46-13. Ball inside, and a basket for Spurlock for Marshall.
Gives her 11 points on the night.
Quickly down the floor. There's Lassiter. Shot was short, but man, they got the ball down quickly. Marshall can't even take a breath. They score, and they still get beat back down the floor.
Abby Horton get it across midcourt. Got the original starting 5 back in the ballgame. That includes Alexa Booher, Kylie Laster, Reese McDonald, Haven Stoles-Foose, and Lacey Bell McJunkins. Spurlock's going to dribble down the right side of the lane, put it off the glass. Good. She's the high point person for tonight for either team. She has 13, and it's 46-17.
Yeah, Spurlock looks a pretty good player. She's got some size, and she's mobile on the inside.
Laster shot won't go. Gets her own rebound. Has a second opportunity. It won't go, and then she's going to tip it out of bounds. Didn't get a chance for a third. And it looks like we got a 5-for-5 substitution coming in with 5.
Yes, ma'am. It's KHBC Sports on either YouTube or Facebook. What is it? KHBC Sports on Facebook or YouTube. No problem. Okay, you can go looking for that again. Hey, Huey, let me come back here for a second. Take control of this again. Sound came one, the camera is knocking out the announcement.
Into the corner, pass to Gifford, knocked out of bounds. You know, also, you talked earlier about some years, you got a team made up of some scorers and some role players, and tonight 11 of the 12 have scored. All those starting 5, did they all score by the end of the first quarter, maybe? And then that second squad's come in. They've scored. And look down at the floor, you don't always have this mix. I think Junkins' left-handed three-point won't go. Put back won't go. Standridge battle for it. And Clinton controls. It's with Deckelman behind the three-point line. Over to Keith. Her three-pointer off the rim. Ends up with her own rebound outside, just in front of the Yellow Jacket bench. And it'll end up with Marshall just to finish that thought. Also, at Clinton, or maybe this class, you don't always end up with a team. They got all the positions covered on this team. In multiplicity, they got post players. They got guards. I guess you might throw some of those guards / forwards. They got ball handlers. They got point guards. They really got a mix of everything that I guess that a coach would want to have amongst those girls he's playing.
Yeah, talking to Coach Post, he said sometimes it's difficult. Him and assistant coach Tammy Johnson say, who do you take in? You know, who do you put in? Who do you take out? And so as you said it, there's a lot of talented players and multiple players for each position.
I mean, think about the years that maybe we had a post player. There might have been a thin years when maybe we had 2, and then there'd be some years ago if we just had a tall girl to go with these guards and forwards. I mean, you got multiple tall. You got 3 tall post players on this squad, and then you got all those guards or girls that can get up and down the floor.
Yeah, they're very deep, and for the most part, a really young squad. 4 seniors that were honored here on Friday night, but other than that, it's a really young squad.
Well, now Maddie Gifford will have her chance to put points on the board. She was fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. Misses the first free throw. She'll have a second.
I see Dad across the way over there, Casey Gifford. He is a huge basketball fan.
Misses the second. Rebound to Marshall, 48-17. 54 seconds. Clock in the third quarter winding down, and a 30-point-plus lead, I believe, in the fourth quarter should put this into the Arkansas Activities Association sportsmanship rule. The clock will not stop but for an official timeout. Katie McJunkins comes from behind for the steal. But instead,
scoring slowed down here in the third quarter. Each team with 4 points.
Katie was out of bounds. Marshall gets it back, but now they'll turn it over and give it to Clinton. I think they've already started the sportsmanship rule, Mike Holly. It's the third quarter, and the clock is running and not stopping.
That might be a coach's agreement over there. I'm sure Marshall plays somebody tomorrow night also. So,
you know, these and that'll do it. The third quarter has come to an end. 48-17, the final 8 minutes under the mercy rule. When we return, you're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Well, you know, you mentioned just before we went off the air there, this coaches might not be too upset about this game, maybe wind it down early. They both probably play tomorrow night. We know Clinton plays Pangburn in the conference game. Marshall, you said, probably has a game tomorrow night. Well, you know, it's hard to compare this season and the schedule and nights they're going to play compared to previous seasons because of COVID, canceled games, postponed games, no in-season tournaments. But unlike at least the past 4 years, these two teams were conference foes, and they played a round robin. And I was thinking today, and it seemed like they always played in tournaments and sometimes played multiple times in a season. I think the Clinton Senior Boys played Marshall one time 5 times in a season, but they were conference foes the last 4 years, but not this year. It's a non-conference game. That's why maybe in a normal year this game's not on a Tuesday or Friday. It's on a Monday night maybe.
Yeah, these two teams, of course, probably go back decades playing each other, no longer conference members. Marshall, a good basketball town. Probably know more for their basketball than they are football. And so, and Marshall will turn it over.
It'll be a backcourt violation.
Turnover number 24 for Marshall.
In previous years, we would have said, you know, the difference in not being conference foes was the classification. Clinton has been in a Class 3A size school for the past 2 cycles of the Arkansas Activities Association. Tipped into the hands of Sydney Standridge, and she puts it up for 2. But for this next 2-year cycle, Clinton will be a Class 4A school. Now, in football, that matters. Your conference foes will all be 4A schools. Basketball, non-football sports, I think there's still a blend of 4A and 3A schools. No, we're 3A in basketball, right?
Yeah, every sport but football.
Right.
Yep.
But I guess the difference here, we're heading east and taking on some, as opposed to heading north up 65 and taking on, Marshall, Valley Springs, Birdman, Green Forest, some of those schools. We're going to head east and take on some teams for conference play this year.
Yeah, 5 trips over to White County, including Pangburn, Rosebud, Riverview, Harding Academy, and Ball Knob. Riverview and Harding Academy both located in Searcy. And then, of course, we've already been to Cave City. There'll be a trip to Newport. And then we still have old conference rival Mountain View.
Deckelman's three-point attempt won't go. Bobcats down the floor with the ball, off the glass, a miss, but a foul called. I believe that's on Deckelman, and 2 free throws for Marshall.
Yeah, there's only 6 classifications for all sports, except for football. Football still has 7 classifications. There's about 10 schools that fall into this range where you're 4A in football and you're 3A in everything else. We're one of about 10 schools that falls into that, being in 2 different classifications in the same year.
Free throw by, I've got that as Sarah Evans. Well, she makes 2, I believe. 50-19. 4:40 remaining in the contest.
And our conference football champion, by the way, Stuttgart, they're playing Shiloh Christian Friday night in the state semifinals.
Standridge in the lane, dumps it off, gets it back. She'll put it up and in. Sydney Standridge with 6 points, a couple of field goals, 2 free throws, 52-19.
Good ball movement that time as I got it low on the block and then dropped it off into the lane for a layup.
3-point attempt won't go by Marshall. Dawson with the offside rebound. Keep it herself. Left hand down the floor across midcourt. Into the corner. Keith dumps it to Erica Sykes. Her shot won't go. Just on the right side of the rim. Falls off the left side. Rebound to Marshall. Double team at half court.
The Yellow Jackets with only 7 turnovers. That basically means they're not having any unforced turnovers, any unforced errors. They're handling the basketball when there's no pressure on them. They're not throwing the ball away. A lot of teams, they'll have several of those, I call them unforced errors. Like the Yellow Jackets, if they're turning it over right now, it's just because they're trying to push the ball probably as fast as they possibly can. But they've definitely eliminated those unforced errors that they've had in the past.
Inside, outside for Marshall. A foot on the 3-point line. Shot won't go. Sykes tries to get the rebound. It's knocked out of bounds. Maddie Gifford returns. Under 3 minutes to play now with a running clock. Sykes out, Gifford in. I don't know if Erica scored tonight against her. She and Gifford may be the 2 not to score. You got Keith, Gifford, Dawson, Deckelman, and Standridge. Oh, good pass down low to Dawson, and she puts it off the glass and scores. Shelby Dawson with 4. Get another good diagonal pass that from the left side, maybe about the 3-point line, and saw Dawson alone cut it through there, and she puts it up and in.
A diagonal pass is really tough against the zone defense. As you bring the ball to one side of the floor, the defense shifts that way. If you can make that recognition to the backside, usually something good happens.
Marshall throws it away. Keith ends up with it. She'll score, and she's fouled. A chance at a 3-point play for Kinley Keith. She now has 6 points.
Looks like Kinley's getting in the basketball form. That was a nice steal. Layup at the other end, through the foul and scored. One of Coach Ricky Cooper's Lady Yellow Jacket volleyball players.
She gets the free throw, 7 points, 57-19. Gifford flashes for the steal, knocks it out of bounds into the Marshall bench.
Checking their social media, got some people listening tonight. Mr. Sam, Miss Becky, Shannon, I think are listening in down at Choctaw. We've got a heads up from Will Gilbert, our old buddy from over at Heber Springs.
2 points up and in for Marshall. That was that Hayla Hensley. 45 seconds to go.
I'm going to go with Halo on that one.
3-point attempt won't go. Offside rebound by Hensley. 33 seconds. We're winding down. 57-21. Senior boys are making their way out. They're just about ready to take the floor. Pass inside of the post, off the glass, won't go. Gifford with a rebound. Take it away from her. Inside, outside, three-point shot, won't go. Rebound, goes out of bounds, and that'll do it. The Lady Yellow Jackets win this one tonight against the Marshall Bobcats, a score of 57-21 as the teams will line up. See if they'll walk across the floor. No, they'll head to midcourt. And they'll gather up the Bobcats for a post-game prayer. And we'll step away here for just a moment. When we return, we'll give you some final numbers, and we'll name the first Arkansas Bank & Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram & Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram & Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
At First Security, we're proud of our home state. That's why we created a website that's all about Arkansas, just like us. Visit onlyinark.com for local travel, food, culture, sports, and so much more. You'll find everything from unique festivals to weekend plans to prize-winning recipes you'll pass off as your own. It's all in one easy spot, onlyinark.com. For all things Arkansas, visit onlyinark.com today. Brought to you by First Security, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reagan Gallagher, a board-certified neurosurgeon with the Conway Regional Neuroscience Center. If you are experiencing pain in your neck, your arms, your back, or your legs, or you have weakness with prolonged standing or walking, we can help you find the cause. At our Neuroscience Center, we have a comprehensive spine clinic to help you take control of these problems. For more information, visit our website at conwayregional.org or call 501-932-0352. You can always talk with your primary care physician about a referral to Conway Regional Neuroscience Center. We look forward to helping you improve the quality of your life.
And some numbers from that 57-21 victory.
Yeah, good enough for Lady Yellow Jackets. They run their record of 6 wins, no losses on the season. For the 57-21 victory, they led 42-13 at the half. And then played the second half without pressing too much. And the Yellow Jackets win by a score of 57-21. In fact, they held Marshall to only 2 points in that fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets shoot 6 of 19 from the field in the second half. That's 32%. But they were 18 of 41 for the ball game, 44%. If you remember, they were 67% in the first half, 10 out of 15. Marshall was 3 of 10 in the second half. They shot 30%. They went 7 of 22 for the ball game. That's 37%. Clinton with only 1 turnover in the second half, 7 for the ball game. Great number there. Marshall with 7 second half turnovers, 18 in the first half, 25 turnovers in the game for Marshall. The Yellow Jackets basically only pressed the first quarter of tonight's game. Yellow Jackets with a big win tonight by a score of 57-21.
And looking at some individual scoring numbers, I'm trying to reconcile my numbers with the scorebook. Like Mike Ollie had, I think I'm a couple of points off. I had Katie McJunkins for 2, Lacey Bell McJunkins with 9 to lead all scorers for Clinton. Kylie Laster with 8. Haven Stolzfus with 3. That was a 3-point field goal. Reese McDonald with 9 points. Alexis Buhar with 5, including 1 3-point field goal. Sydney Standridge with 6, made a couple of free throws. Katie Deckelman with 4, Kinley Heath with 7, Shelby Dawson with 4 points in the ball game. So 10 of the 12 players scored for the Lady Yellow Jackets. They started fast. They led 30-4 at the end of the first quarter. I think both of those, maybe all 3 of those 3-point field goals may have all come in the first quarter. I don't know, between Booher and Stolzfus and McJunkins. Kind of thought, again, they score, they put that pressure on you, get a steal with the press, score off that. And it seems like they're ready to shoot the 3, given an opportunity. And I was thinking early there with, 3 different 3-point shooters made shots that, boy, everything was coming together well, whether it was running the offense or running the defensive press and setting up something quick to score off of it or knock down a 3-point shot. So very impressive by the Lady Yellow Jackets tonight. I don't even know a First Arkansas Bank Trust Player of the Game. I know there are sponsors this year again, our title sponsor for the Player of the Game, located in the Northside Shopping Center across from Radio Shack. Goods, Cash Saver, and Pizza Hut. Stop by. Tell them you enjoy listening to Yellow Jacket basketball here on KHPQ and see what they can do for you. Full line of banking products and financial services. That's First Arkansas Bank and Trust. There's going to be so many names we probably call as the year goes on. I look to Lacey Bell McJunkins and Reese McDonald, leading scorers tonight, a senior and a sophomore. They really got the Lady Yellow Jackets on track early in this one. McDonald offensively and defensively, such pressure in the backcourt. Creighton steals, knocking the ball away, and I'm sure Marshall was just worn out by the time that first 8 minutes was up. McJunkins, the senior, just calm and in transition and off the dribble or off the press or after one of those steals or running the offense, taking it in from the left side. It's kind of a seasoned veteran. We talked about how good a sophomore year she had a couple of years ago, and looks to have that same form, even improved off on it here in her senior season. So those 2 girls did a really good job early for the Lady Yellow Jackets. Talked about Kylie Laster a lot in last week's game and what we anticipate she's going to do as a sophomore. She came up and played in the final. I don't know if she got in more than one game or not at the end of the season last year, but she may have been our first Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game in one of those games as a 9th grader last year, and she's going to be fantastic. And you had so much scoring going on around her tonight, she didn't really have to. And had played defensively, played blocks, played inside, did everything she was called upon to do. 8 points, all that she had to contribute from the offensive side. But I guess when you're that balanced from all the spots on the floor, she didn't have to carry any bigger load tonight than anybody else. So a good effort from her. Everybody got to play good quality minutes tonight. We saw, matter of fact, kind of a couple of five-player rotations. Spent the first quarter of that starting 5, the second quarter with another 5. And boy, that is a nice luxury to have as a coach when you can just swap out a 5 for 5, and when you want to play that pressure defense up and down the floor and have that take the kind of stamina that it takes to play that way, when you can bring in a fresh 5 and then you can come back in the second half and bring your starters right back in after a break, it really bodes well for chances of success in the second half of ball games. And then even on a night like tonight, we're talking about got a big game tomorrow night against an undefeated in conference foe, Pangburn, taking on the undefeated in conference Lady Yellow Jackets. One of those nights when you can save your legs a little bit and not have to play your 5 starters, all 32 minutes, all 4 quarters tonight. So everything worked good for the coaching staff. That's Matthew Post, the new coach this year, and I certainly hope he should be pleased with what he saw tonight. And just an overall good execution in everything that they tried to do tonight. So a good effort. I don't know. I still didn't come up with a good first Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game. Just a total team effort. But again, maybe the senior and the sophomore, again, Lacey Bell McJunkins and Reese McDonald, they set the tone early for the Lady Yellow Jackets, and they cruised to victory 57-21. Well, it's time for the 4th and final game of the night. The senior boys to take the floor. The Yellow Jackets versus the Marshall Bobcats. These two teams have played often in recent years. We talked about they're not conference foes for this 2-year cycle of the Arkansas Activities Association. So this will be a non-conference game. These two teams separated by about 32 miles up Highway 65. Marshall and Clinton But they'll take each other on. We've seen some good battles in recent years with senior boys. I was thinking they played 5 times, I think, in one year by the time we got through the regional tournament, and might end up in the state tournament that year as well. Marshall's had some good boys squads in recent years. Matter of fact, they've had exchange students playing for them in recent years. Some names are a little bit difficult to pronounce. Some good basketball players playing here in America that they had the opportunity to go to school with and participate on their basketball team. I don't know if we've got that this year, as their starting 5 has just been announced. We'll have to check the scorebook and look for any folks there. But the Yellow Jackets senior boys being announced, led by Coach Cole Gardner, Jace Powers assisting. And we'll see your starting 5 tonight for Clinton. I think it's going to be Blaine Emberton, Jasper Burgess, Zach Alexander. It's going to be Lathan Newland. And then Nathan Farmer will be your 5th starter for the Yellow Jackets senior boys. Senior boys, we talked about the girls have a good mix of the positions on the floor. You didn't always, a lot of years, have a post player for the Yellow Jackets. Clinton's got post players this year on the senior boys squad. They got Jasper Burgess. They got Nathan Farmer. I don't know that he considers himself a post player. You can bring Russ Hensley off the bench and put some height there as well for the Yellow Jackets. So they're tall, they're experienced. They got players coming back from last year's state tournament squad. Looking forward to the Clinton senior boys and the product they're going to put out on the floor this year. And they're about to get ready going at home tonight against the Marshall Bobcats.
Yeah, Clinton comes tonight with a record of 3 wins, 2 losses, 1-1 in conference play. A loss on the road at Cave City last Monday, and then a victory over Ball Knob on Friday night. So the Yellow Jackets coming in with a win on Friday with a little bit of momentum. And we'll see what they can do tonight in this non-conference game with Marshall. And, of course, a big conference game tomorrow night against Penguin. Only 2 games of the week this week are tonight and tomorrow. So come out to Yellow Jacket Arena tomorrow night, watch a good conference game, and have supper at the Hive. Take the Angela Bradford Challenge. She wants a crowd big enough one night to run them out of food, and they just about did Friday night. They had to make 2 runs to Little Rock today to restock that place. Yellow Jackets open the game with Zach Alexander, Jasper Burgess, Nathan Farmer, Lathan Newland, and tonight, for the first time, Blaine Emberton starting for the Yellow Jackets. 5 seniors on the floor for the Yellow Jackets. And, of course, Harrison Hall still out with that lower leg injury. And we definitely cannot wait to get him back. He is one of the best outside shooters in the conference. And when he's in the game, the outside shooting, that really opens up the inside. Zach Alexander, the second kick of the night as he kicks into the backcourt. Jackets open that 1-3-1 zone defense. Jackets with a definite height advantage, looks like.
Alexander.
They go with the two post players tonight. Sometimes they've gone with the 3 when Russ Hensley started. But Blaine Emberton also brings some size along with long arms and legs. And so that's a pretty wide 1-3-1 zone defense. We've got Emberton, Farmer, and Burgess across that free throw line.
And Marshall's going to throw it away. It sails out of bounds, and the Yellow Jacket offense will take their first possession of the ball game. Looked at Lathan Newland to bring the ball up and down the floor.
Good defensive set that time for the Yellow Jackets. Marshall had the ball for 53 seconds and could not get a shot off.
Jasper on the right wing to load Alexander. Comes to the block, takes the pass, turns, spins, and puts it off backboards. Spins through. Zach Alexander, the first points of the night.
See Zach get off to a good start here. Posted up inside on the flash move.
Beavers with basketball for the Bobcats. Over to Massey. Beavers drives the lane, bounce pass from the baseline, shot up, won't go, offside rebound into the hands of Massey, shot by Burgess, into the hands of Zach Alexander, down the floor, defender in front of him, dumps it to Newland, he's fallen out of bounds, tries to save it back to Jasper Burgess, And it goes out of bounds and back to the Bobcats.
Yeah, got a little bit too deep by the time Lathan got. He was behind the backboard and just had to try to save it, hoping to flip it out to Burgess, but the ball went out of bounds. But that definitely was a turnover, but it was a hustle play.
Marshall 2, Clinton 0, 6:05 to go in this first quarter. Well, Clinton, they do have a height advantage. I'd say 3 of those players on the perimeter from Marshall. Clinton's got a significant height advantage when Jasper Burgess comes up from the wing, or Nathan Farmer at that high post on that top of that 1-3-1 defense when you're trying to make a pass anywhere near him. Then you got Alexander to cut you off at the top. Blaine Emerton with the steal, quickly down the forehead to Burgess, 2-on-1. Jasper will take it up over the defender, score, and he's fouled. Jasper Burgess, good body control. I think he realized he was going to have to leap over the Marshall Bobcat defender. He went up with the ball one-handed and came down safely, didn't hurt himself, and he'll have a chance at a three-point play.
You know, I think Nathan Farmer had maybe a hand on this pass down here. Blaine Emerton then picked it off and got the ball to Burgess. And the Yellow Jackets were on the run, and Burgess takes the body contact, scores the basket, and when we come back from this timeout, he'll be heading to the free throw line, shooting one. Jackets lead 4-0 here. Games the rest of the week have been canceled after tomorrow night. Let me make that clear. Tomorrow night, Penguin will be here. There is a switch in the schedule, though. It'll be junior girls tomorrow night instead of junior boys. Thursday's game at Nima Vista has been canceled, and Friday's game at Harding Academy in Searcy has also been canceled. Yellow Jackets' next scheduled games on the road next Monday, where all 4 teams travel to Quitman, and on Tuesday, when the senior girls and senior boys are scheduled to travel to Greer's Ferry. So, and then next Friday night will be the next scheduled conference game as the Yellow Jackets will travel to Searcy, take on the Riverview Raiders.
Jasper's free throw won't go. Rebound to Marshall. Emberton takes away. Back to Burgess. He'll drive the lane, switch to his left hand, and put it off the glass. Jasper Burgess with 4 and a 6-0 lead.
Jackets hit their first 2 shots of the ball game.
You know, Jasper.
Check that the first 3 got Alexander's.
Do we have do you know what our heights are on Jasper Burgess and Nathan Farmer?
Do not have the roster on them as far as sizes and weights.
I wonder if Nathan might be a 6'5" or so. Jasper Burgess be 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, and then you have Russ Hensley, the sophomore on the bench over there, probably goes around the 6'4", 6'5" range also.
I think, you know, in some years, Burgess, he might be pressed into more of a traditional post player. Ball knocked away. Marshall has it. He's going to end up with a rebound. Quick pass up the floor to Nathan Farmer. Nathan's going to drive in the lane. Dunk 6. Where did that play come from? Have they practiced? There was no hesitation on that pass and dunk whatsoever.
I was impressed with he made a great catch on the floor with a guy on him, put the ball on the floor and drove to the basket. Then all of a sudden he dunks it. What an impressive play by Nathan Farmer.
I hope you were watching on the Cowboy Dodge First Arkansas Bank and Trust Facebook live stream tonight by Ryan Jones, our video engineer.
Ryan Jones, when he gets that dunk, he got it.
I mean, we don't always see that in a high school basketball. Nathan,
we may have to pull the replay out on that one.
There was no hesitation whatsoever on the dribble with a defender on him, and he put it down with authority. Burgess gets the free throw.
Brody Emberton checks in for Clinton, the sophomore. Checks in Lathan Newland. Checks out. Also sophomore Russ Hensley checks in. Jasper Burgess will take a break once again. The Yellow Jackets are back on the court tomorrow night against Penguin, so you would love to get in, try to get your victory, nobody get hurt, rest those legs for tomorrow night. Penguin is off tonight, so.
Just to finish that thought, I was with Jasper Burgess before the dunk there. Some years Jasper might be forced into more of a traditional post player. I think he really likes to be the swing man. He likes, I think, to be out on the floor, take that ball to the basket, kind of creative, use his body, go to the right, go to the left, and you're going to see him when he gets an opportunity. He's going to drive and do something with the basketball. The wing, shot won't go. Long pass down the floor, sails out of bounds. It belongs to Marshall. I missed Marshall's too.
Yeah, me too. I was looking at your score
I think
sheet
that
there.
was right after the dunk, maybe.
We were still going crazy in the dunk and missed that. I still like the catch and the dribble.
Yeah.
And Nathan Farmer's about 6'5", 6'6".
And a steal by Zach Alexander. He'll have a chance to take it to the rim. Goes up. Can't complete the shot. Rebound. Back out. But to Emberton, a miss. Zach gets it back. He'll drive on the defender. Miss, but Nathan Farmer for the follow.
You know, one of the things that was forgotten in that ball knob game was the Nathan Farmer was like 10 of 7 from the, or 7 of 10 from the field that night. He shot the ball well.
A steal. Farmer ends up with it. Down the floor, Emberton, down low to Nathan. And he goes up this time. The dunk won't go, but he took a drop step from the right block and put it up. And wasn't he trying to be fancy on that. He just went up. He was all on. He had it right in the space. He needed it. He just couldn't get that one to drop through.
Yeah, I think Nathan's feeling it tonight.
12-2, the lead remains.
And tomorrow night in Pangburn, we'll see they will have a much height advantage tomorrow night, too, as Pangburn's biggest player is probably 6'2", but Pangburn has an array of really good outside shooters that we're not seeing here from Marshall.
A minute 30 remaining in the opening quarter, 12-2. Pushed out.
So Marshall's really slowed it down. The Yellow Jacket defense not giving up anything easy.
Hampton flashes for the steal, knocks it away momentarily. Marshall recovers. Floor's kind of spread a little bit around. Marshall with the perimeter defenders. Maybe not as much double teaming. Those spots out on the floor, maybe unlike the Clinton senior girls, maybe have a chance to double team or get in closer quarters and knock a ball away. Create a turnover.
There it is.
Out of bounds. Emberton defending, but it's going to be deflected off the hands of the Bobcats. 30 seconds down the first quarter. 12-2 the lead.
5 turnovers now for Marshall here in the first quarter. Yellow Jackets not pressing and playing a zone, so Yellow Jackets still have forced 5 Marshall turnovers.
The Embertons, Brody and Blaine in the ball game with Zach Alexander. Dump it low to Nathan Farmer. Catches on the block. Falls to the middle, or doesn't fall, but goes to the middle of the floor. Puts it up over the rim. Up and in. Farmer with 2 more. He has 6. He and Burgess the leading scorer. 6 apiece for the Yellow Jackets. 5 seconds. Cross midcourt. Marshall, if they get it off, they do. It's short, and the first quarter has come to an end. 14-2, the Yellow Jackets lead after 1. You're listening to KHBQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Tonight's basketball game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by TLC Bookkeeping, by Dr. Jamie Beavers and staff at Beavers Family Dentistry, by Subway Sandwiches of Clinton, by Miller Sanitation, by Ingram Tire, and by the Western Sizzler. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's basketball coverage on KHBQ.
Bobcats with the basketball. Burgess and Farmer had 6 apiece. Zach Alexander with 2 for the Yellow Jackets. I missed the 2 points for Marshall in the ball game. But
Yellow Jackets shoot 6 of 10 in the first quarter. That's 60%. Marshall goes 1 of 6 for 17% in the first quarter. Yellow Jackets turn it over 3 times. Marshall turns it over 4 times. Marshall has the ball to start the second quarter, and as Jeff said, the Jackets lead by a score of 14-2. I think I see Cameron Louder in the game now for the Yellow Jackets. Number 22. Also Ty Dodd in the game for Clinton. Eli Spear, number 13.
Newman. Back to Ty Dodd, and he'll put it up and in.
That'll be Dodd's first varsity points of the year.
Had his older brother Bryce Dodd just a few years ago playing for the Yellow Jackets.
Also, Lathan Newland and Jester Burgess round out the starting 5 here in the second quarter. As I said, Yellow Jackets have a quick turnaround. Got to play a very good team tomorrow night. So, Yellow Jackets get an early lead. Coach Cole Gardner, assisted by Jace Powers, they're probably going to get a lot of players in the game and try to keep those legs fresh for tomorrow night.
Spear has the rebound, tries to dribble away from the defenders. He's fouled. House on the foul. 16-2 is the Yellow Jacket lead.
As you said, Burgess likes to be the swing man. That time he put it on the floor out way on the perimeter, gets to the basket, drops it off. Be a foul on Marshall, but that shows his athletic ability to drive that ball in off the wing.
Spear with a three-point attempt, the right side, rims out, won't go. Marshall with the rebound. Quickly down the floor, defense back, pull up. Couldn't get a 3 off because Ty Dodd caught up to defend.
Jackets been in this zone the entire ball game.
Dodd defending again. His older brother, Bryce, super quick out on the floor. Maybe defense or getting the ball up and down the floor. He was like lightning out there.
And now playing Division I baseball at the University of Central Arkansas. Season got wiped out last year, but he made his way to a starting position as a freshman the year before.
Defense forcing the Bobcats. Lathan Newland comes from behind with the steal. He'll put it off the glass. Good.
You heard that old saying, you have your pocket picked? That was what happened right there. Lathan Newland just picked his pocket from behind and goes down and scores.
Didn't know he was coming. Lathan. Looks like we're going to have a 5-for-5 substitution at the next break in the action. Under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. 18-2 is the lead. Up high, ball knocked away. Spear comes up with it across midcourt. Clinton has the numbers. Tossed up high to Burgess on the alley. Comes off the rim. Spear with a rebound. A putback won't go. Jasper chases it down in the corner. He's going to drive the baseline. Ball's down low. Bobcats are down low. And Jasper's going to throw it off a leg out of bounds and keep it with the Yellow Jackets. And there comes the 5-for-5.
I think this group we will see Joseph Strawn for the first time, and also Titus Johnson to go along with Blaine Emberton, Zach Alexander, and Russ Hensley, who just going to say he just scored, but just off the rim. And Marshall will have it.
Russ, his older brother, Kyler Hensley, his older sister, Allie Hensley, that we called those names for years here at Yellow Jacket basketball, and he's getting his opportunity in his first season of high school basketball play. Russ Hensley. Joseph Strawn with the ball over to Blaine Emerton in the corner. Johnson, quick ball movement back from left to right. Emerton's going to drive, dump it to Johnson on the block, but it's peeled off, blocked. And Marshall comes away with it. Cross midcourt, under 4 minutes in the second quarter.
Nice pass by Blaine Emerton, but the shot was blocked. I'm going to mention Harding University, most schools have gone virtual after Thanksgiving, but the basketball squads and the track teams had to go back to school to keep working out. So Kyler Hensley, as you just mentioned, he's at Harding now. And also JoJo Jones, they're both back on campus.
Blaine Emerton's going to take it end to end and score. His first points of the night, 20-2 is the lead.
And speaking of Allie Hensley, I saw her over the Thanksgiving break we were down at the track, and her and two other A-State University track athletes, I think one from Canada and one from Australia, were all working out down at Jim Tomlinson Field over the Thanksgiving break.
3 minutes in the second quarter. And Marshall not able to get the basketball inside. They're keeping it on the perimeter. Kind of a step back two. It won't go off the back of the rim. Joseph Strawn with the rebound.
Marshall has not scored in the second quarter. We played over 6 minutes.
On the left side, Johnson's three won't go off the rim. Rebound to Marshall.
Scoring definitely slowed down for both teams. Yellow Jackets only 4 points here. I'll check that, 6 points here in the second quarter. Marshall yet to score. There it is.
3-point field goal. Beavers with the three. Zach Alexander with two. His fourth point of the night.
Five more Yellow Jackets head to the scorer's table. I think Jared Brown will be in this group for the first time.
22-5 the score. Shot attempt won't go. Alexander up the floor to Strong. He's going to drive into the lane, toss it back out to Emerton. Going to take on a defender. Back inside to Hensley, but it gets away. Strong ends up with it off the pass, left side. Back of the rim won't go. Gets his own rebound to Emerton, and at the free throw line, his jumper won't go. Into the corner. Russ Hensley chases it down. They'll whip it back to the left side. High post. Cross lane pass. Hensley to Strong. Johnson's three won't go. Emerton with the rebound. Back out. Down low to Strong. Bounce pass. Man, those guys know how to pass the basketball. It goes out of bounds. And I started to say, well, Hensley threw a pass to Strawn that across the lane. I don't even know if he knew he had time to be there yet. I think he must have just known where his player was supposed to be in position. That time, Joseph tries to return a favor and gets it down low and bounce passes it back to the middle of the lane. And, boy, these guys are trying to find the open pass and get it wherever they need around the floor.
Yeah, definitely unselfish. I think the Yellow Jackets, that was the fifth shot of that position, and Ty Dodd gets the basket.
24-5.
Jared Brown in with this group here, first time tonight. Jared Brown came over to the football team this year, had a good first year as a sophomore. Jared's also played junior high basketball, but you can look at Jared, he looks bigger and stronger after coming over from the football program.
30 seconds to go in the second quarter. 2-point attempt won't go. Brody Emberton.
Marshall 0 for 6 in the second quarter.
Spear might have had a foot on the 3-point line. Shot won't go. Farmer with a rebound. Back to Dodd. He'll drive the baseline, draw two defenders, and kick it back out. Brown catches the high post, left side, won't go. Rebound Marshall. Outlet. 7 seconds. We're nearing the end of the first half. Cross midcourt. A final shot at the buzzer. Short. Clinton 24. Marshall Senior Boys 5. We'll head to halftime as the players head to the locker room. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Strong, dependable, ready for anything. The Clinton Yellow Jackets know what it takes to make a great team, and Grassroots Equipment is proud to support them. Take on the season with Massey Ferguson compact and utility tractors. They mow, load, handle hay, and more, all while delivering more of the power and versatility you've come to expect from Massey Ferguson. Experience the compact and utility tractors that will take you through the season strong at Grassroots Equipment. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Are you ready to change your life? I'm Dr. Tony Manning with Conway Regional Surgical Associates, and we're excited to offer the laparoscopic gastric sleeve procedure, also known as weight loss surgery. Benefits include better sleep, reduced reliance on medications, weight loss, and so much more. Join me at Conway Regional on the first Monday of each month for our free bariatric surgery interest meetings. Call 501-327-4828 for more information or follow Conway Regional on Facebook. Make a change today for a healthier you.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
You know, I look over to my lip. Folks may wonder, how are the crowds this year? I know watching the game the other night, the camera angle, you can see it right now if you're watching on the Cowboy Dodge First Arkansas Bank and Trust feed. The camera's up in the stands, and Mike Holly's kind of panning the stands here so you can see that. I know sometimes during the game, the camera angle, it hits about the third row on the home side, and that's where it's taped off, and you can't sit below that. So folks are wondering how many people are coming to the games in the year of COVID, and so we'll give you a little shot there. Now, we're at the end of a 4-game night, so some folks have left already, and some Marshall folks maybe have left just below our broadcast position. So, not as many folks as in a regular season, but we got parents here and relatives. Basketball is always kind of a family affair for you and I. I looked to my left. I get to wave at a bunch of our cousins down there in the left corner, the basketball crew that comes to watch and keep up with all the ball games, the regulars. We know they're glad to have basketball season.
Hey, and Paymer's coming tomorrow night. We'll probably be akin to half the crowd tomorrow night. So
we'll get between that. We'll get it all. Yeah, that's right. Tomorrow night, and looking forward to that.
Halftime numbers tonight: the Yellow Jackets go 10 of 22 from the field in the first half. That's 45%. Played a lot of players, though. I think at least 13 players have already played tonight for the Yellow Jackets. And then Marshall, Yellow Jacket defense, has been all over Marshall tonight. 1 of 6 in each quarter, 2 for 12 for the half. 17% shooting tonight for Marshall. Yellow Jackets have not pressed. They've only played half-court zone, but they still forced Marshall into 7 first-half turnovers. Clinton with only 3 turnovers in the first half. Yellow Jackets outscored Marshall 16-2 in the first quarter, 8-3 in the second quarter, They lead by a score of 24-5 here at halftime. Come out tomorrow night. This will be the last senior high games of the week tomorrow night as Penguin comes in for big conference games. Take the Angela Bradford Challenge. She says that nobody can run her out of food here at the Hive. Almost did Friday night. And so come on out, get a great meal. They keep expanding the menu. Got onion rings now, Jeff. Barbecue nachos, a walking taco. Where can you get that at Arkansas High School basketball? It's amazing what they have over at the concession stand. And we got tables set up for you. You can sit, you can eat supper, and you can watch the ball game up here from the concourse. You can't beat that for whatever it costs to get in. And so come on out tomorrow night. Thursday's games are canceled at Nima Vista. And also Friday night's games are canceled at Harding Academy in Searcy. Yellow Jackets will be back in action next Monday as we travel all 4 teams down to Quitman. And then Tuesday night, senior girls, senior boys travel over to play 2 very good Class A teams in Greers Ferry. Both those teams probably have shots maybe to win a Class A state championship. So those will be big ball games Monday and Tuesday at Quitman just down the road. And just across the lake over there at Greers Ferry.
Ready to get underway in the second half, 24-5 lead. Looks like Cole Gardner will continue to rotate his guys in and out tonight. Everybody's going to play. He's going to put a 5 in. Did not start the ball game. That includes Brody Emberton, Cameron Louder. Got Spear in there along with Dodd and Johnson for the Yellow Jackets. A little bit of a smaller lineup compared to some of the fellows that are in there. Cameron Louder will take a shot from the free throw line. It won't go. It's out of bounds, but it belongs to the Yellow Jackets.
Louder was part of the Yellow Jacket golf team this year. Got to go over and see them in district golf action over at Indian Hills Country Club. Mr. Roy Bradley over there. Roy's probably excited this week. I think the Razorbacks and UCA play Saturday night at Bud Walton Arena, and Craig and Bradley will be a part of that. That'd be pretty exciting to go see your son play at Bud Walton Arena.
Johnson inside shot won't go. Marshall with the rebound. I know you may have said that on the broadcast the other night. You know, we talked all the players coming back this year for the senior boys from a team that went to the state tournament last year, and so they've had success and look forward again. They lost one player. That was 25 points a ball game, Craig and Bradley. You may have said that on the radio. The senior that graduated, the scorer for the Yellow Jackets, and he has moved on to the University of Central Arkansas. I looked for him in some game footage when they played Arkansas State, I think last night. Didn't catch him in any of the game footage there, but we'll look forward to hearing good things of him playing college basketball now. Marshall with it. On the drive, Louder back to defend. Into the lane. Shot up won't go. Brody Emberton with it.
Yeah, a lot of people say, well, somebody's a 25-point-a-game guy, stuff like that. Craig and Bradley was a legitimate 25 points a game guy. You don't get those very often, and they're hard to replace when they leave.
Titus Johnson with a 3, a miss, rebound to Marshall.
Jackets 0 for 4 from the field to start this second half.
Up the floor to Spear. Mason's three-point attempt won't go. Johnson with the rebound. His shot won't go. Brody Emberton has it in the lane. Dumps it back to Spear from the block. Shot a little long. Over the rim. Marshall with the rebound. Still 24-5, third quarter.
The team has scored here in the second half. We played 3 minutes. Marshall with, I don't know if you can probably see it on television, with 9 players suited up tonight.
Brody Emberton on the drive. He'll go to the rim. Spins off. Rebound of the Yellow Jackets to Johnson. He'll have a chance to shoot free throws as he's fouled on his shot attempt.
I think Brody's going to try to get his dunk tonight. That one just caught just enough of the rim to roll out. Brody only a sophomore.
Titus Johnson gets the first free throw. Misses the second, but the rebound of the Yellow Jackets. Jared Brown has it. Back to Johnson inside. His shot won't go. Now Marshall going the other way across midcourt. Defense back. 3-point attempt. Good. 3-point basket.
I think it's Marshall's second three-pointer of the night.
I'm not sure about his name. I tried to catch Brent Rogers say that. Might be, is it Switzer? Serter? 25-8. Three-point attempt from the right wing won't go. Out of bounds on the Bobcats. Back to the Yellow Jackets. 3:13 in the third.
I think he's not even, well.
Who's coming in?
Oh, Ethan Biggs in now for Clinton, 23. I don't believe Trey Puckett's here tonight, number 2. I haven't seen him. Trey has played quite a bit this season. And I believe Biggs just scored. 3-point basket for Ethan Biggs.
It doesn't take long, and that makes the Yellow Jacket lead 28-8.
Gotta believe he's probably somehow akin to Coach Biggs, who's got another 2 good 7th grade teams for Coach Biggs. Nobody does a better job than he does with those, teaching the fundamentals to those younger players.
Ty Dobb with a 3, in and out, won't go. I think usually we can preference that with 2 undefeated 7th grade teams. It seems like most years they're usually undefeated. I don't know their record this year, but he has a fantastic success record by the time he sends these players to junior high.
Yeah, we're really blessed. You don't find many schools that has a coach of his quality coaching the 7th grade. You know, usually you got a young guy or you got a football coach or something, but we've got a really good basketball coach down there getting our 7th graders ready. Boys are 2-1 on the season, have a loss to Greenbrier. All right, check that, Mountain View. The 7th grade girls are 3-0. They beat Mountain View one night, 48-1. They gave up 12 points of the night. I told Coach Biggs that was a bad night. They gave up 12 points. They've given up, I believe, 15 points in 3 games this year. But the girls are undefeated 3-0. The boys are 2-1.
Shot and a miss. Joseph Strawn with a rebound. Brown with it. He'll drive. Left side. Put it up. Won't go. Jared gets it back. Misses the second opportunity. Marshall with a rebound. Under a minute to play in the third quarter. 28-9 is the lead.
Jared aggressive. Took that first one right to the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Stayed with it. Almost got the second one. I think another couple weeks in the gym. Those will be going down. As we said, he just came over from football.
3-point basket good by the Bobcats. Max Beavers, that's his second 3-pointer. 28-12. Biggs misses the field goal. Rebound to Marshall. 22 seconds. He'll walk it up. Jackets pick him up at midcourt. Just in front of the scorer's table. Got Farron Rogers. I think that's Miranda Widener. Who else tonight? Who's on the clock?
Jordan Minson, was on the road this weekend down to Miami, Florida, so he may be recovering from that trip.
3-point basket by Marshall. Massey. And the third quarter comes to an end. It's Clinton 28, Marshall 15. The final 8 minutes when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
At First Security, our team is proud to be only in Arkansas. In fact, we've been committed to our home state since 1932. Why does that matter? Banking with First Security means that you get friendly service from local professionals right where you live. Decisions are made here, and so are relationships. From personal banking to business to mortgage, First Security is here for you. First Security, only in Arkansas. FSBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Here we go, fourth quarter underway.
And shooting in the third quarter, not very good for the Yellow Jackets. Marshall didn't do a whole lot. They hit 3 threes in that quarter. Jackets 1 of 13 for 8% in the third quarter. And Marshall 3 for 7, 43%. Jackets lead by a score of 28-15. Both teams had 1 turnover in the third quarter. Marshall has 8 now, and the Clinton Yellow Jackets have 4. And there are no starters on the floor now for Clinton. Well, check that. Blaine Emerton's out there as we enter the fourth and final period of play.
Biggs, Ethan Biggs, Jared Brown, Spear. Is it Mason Spear? I'm going to call
Eli Spear.
Eli Spear, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's Madison's little brother.
Right. Titus Johnson. First free throw good by Biggs. And it appears that we also have a running clock in the fourth quarter of this one. We're not at the 30-point differential between the two squads, but as you said earlier, maybe on a Monday night, and teams turn around and playing again tomorrow night. This game's not been a contest since it got going early on, so there may be an agreement to wind this one down and folks head on home. We did, I don't know if folks knew this before the game tonight or not, but there's been an announcement that Clinton High School will go virtual tomorrow. It will not return to the classroom.
Yeah, probably a good move. Just a couple of weeks till Christmas anyway, so the high school, there's been a rash of COVID in the high school. They're going to go virtual.
Emerton down the floor. He dishes to Johnson, and Titus Johnson puts it off the glass. Good.
The Yellow Jackets have been pretty merciful with Marshall tonight as they've played the bench almost exclusively after the first quarter of play. So Marshall probably in agreement to go ahead and let the clock run.
Basketball, size 3A and 4A schools, they kind of cycle through. They have some good years. They have some lean years. You know, we talked about that Marshall year. I think we played 5 times. I think Marshall got the best of us that year. I don't know if they won 4 or 3 or something. Marshall's had a good basketball run in recent years and made it to some post-tournament play, and they've done a good job. And this year it's just the Yellow Jackets have the upper hand when it comes to the black and white teams out on the floor.
Yeah, Marshall's always been known as a basketball school. And I think it's the Ray Moore Gymnasium there at Marshall's always been a
kind of nice. They remodeled in recent years.
Yep. Tough place to play for the opponent. As you said, they remodeled almost, I think, a practice gym on the back side of it. And so it's always been a good basketball town. Football this year, they dropped down and played 8-man football along with Rosebud. So that was something different for them. But I think it also, they had some success this year on the football field by playing 8-man football. I'm going to mention, I think, maybe Donnie and Danny Hensley, I think, are listening and watching in tonight. We're glad that they could tune in and watch the Yellow Jackets and watch the grandson, Russ Hensley, play tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what if folks, we've been doing the Cowboy Dodge live stream. Sid King was up here earlier today getting it set up. Ryan Jones, our video engineer, Huey Moran, he's running our second camera or assisting on that tonight. If folks don't know how to access that, I mean, we can tell you over the radio. If you can get on YouTube, on your smart TV or through your Roku or on your phone or on your tablet, if you can get to YouTube, you can search for KHPQ, and you'll see the radio station. You'll see a logo with a cowboy hat, and it says KHPQ. If you'll click on that, you'll watch replays of past ball games this year on the Clinton football team and the basketball team. You'll see senior night, and then you'll see when it gets time for the current game to start, whatever night you're viewing, it'll say live, or you'll be able to click to it. It'll be the thing that's going on once you hit the KHPQ link there, and you can watch the broadcast. Now, also on the KHPQ's Facebook page,
yes,
should be running there as well, again, on a tablet or a phone, on like that. I guess if you have any trouble trying to connect to those, folks watching at home, I don't know, call us, call the radio station. Maybe we can help walk you through that. But if you can get YouTube, or you can get Facebook, you can watch a great camera of the ball games. It's as clear and as good. And if we can get all the audio tied in with Mike Holly and I, the equipment makes it as good a broadcast as you could see anywhere.
Yeah, and like I say, with the technology today, you can get it flashed up on your television. You can sit at home and watch it on the big screen there. And on the bad nights, bad weather nights, things like that, and especially on the road, if you can't get out, you can always listen and watch now on HPQ in the live stream. And we've said before, it's it's free for you to watch due to our great sponsors, Cowboy Dodge and First Arkansas Bank and Trust, among others. But a lot of places are charging for people to watch high school sports. Cameron Louder.
You might have heard the cheer go up. He hit a three from the top of the key. Cameron, his grandmother passed away just in recent days, and a lot of folks will know his family. And I thought of his older brother, Cody Louder, just a few years ago. Cody even got engaged a couple of days ago. I saw pictures over that over Facebook as well. So a lot with the Louders going on. Cameron's out here tonight getting the game in with his basketball teammates. Under 2 minutes to play, 35-16 is the lead. Yellow Jackets over the Marshall Bobcats.
Yellow Jackets on the line. Big's going to shoot. He was 2 for 2 on the night. Yellow Jackets are 4 out of 5 on the night at the free throw line. Just crossed the 9 o'clock hour. Going to get out here pretty early for a 4-game night that did not start till 4:30. Usually those start around 4 o'clock, but we started at 4:30. Looks like the Yellow Jackets are going to take 2 out of 4 tonight. Junior Moyes tonight lost, but they were shorthanded. Some players not here tonight due to quarantine. Junior girls, the game was tied 16-16 in the fourth quarter before Marshall pulled out and won by a score of 28-16.
Ethan Biggs with a couple of free throws. Marshall with it. Joseph Strong with the rebound. Going to drive the lane. Shot won't go. Ty Dodd for the putback. 6 points for Ty Dodd. You know, we've been doing this long enough where some of these guys were youngsters back in the day. I think of Joseph Strong, and I remember Cameron Louder coming by our broadcast position. Joseph being out there following his older sister Anna Strong through the years playing softball, and now they're the big boys out there on the senior high team. Shot by Marshall won't go. 3-point attempt, just short off the rim. Tipped out. Get another chance.
Nice play by the official.
Get in there. It won't go. Louder with a rebound. I think they'll stop the clock for under 10 seconds, and Marshall have a final opportunity. Get in there. They're trying to get it. There. Did it go? No. They're going to do it again. Get in there. No. They're trying to give, is that Martin? Oh, that's a buzzer. Hey, good sportsmanship from two teams that have been rivals in the past. This one was not a contest tonight. It's going to end with a little bit of fun there as they tried to give one of the Marshall Bobcats several opportunities to knock down a three, tossing it back out to him. And Clinton's going to win this one going away 39-16 here from Yellow Jacket Arena and finish up the 4-game night. It looks like both teams are going to meet out. They'll keep 6 foot apart, but they're going to be on both sides of half courts and look like they'll stop for a post-game prayer tonight. Coach has got them out there, and they will rally up. And good to see them finish there. Hey, let's take our final break of the night. When we return, we'll wrap this one up for you. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Hi, I'm Steve Landers for the all-new Cowboy family of dealerships. The most important part of the car business is customer service. And we know that some people need a little help once in a while. We understand that, and we're here. No matter what your credit or where you bought your vehicle, we can help. Whatever your price range, credit, or trade-in, come see us and let us show you a little Cowboy courtesy. Can't wait to see you at Cowboy. That's the all-new Steve Landers Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton.
At First Security, our team is proud to be only in Arkansas. In fact, we've been committed to our home state since 1932. Why does that matter? Banking with First Security means that you get friendly service from local professionals right where you live. Decisions are made here, and so are relationships. From personal banking to business to mortgage, First Security is here for you. First Security, only in Arkansas. FSBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
And looking at some individual scoring numbers for tonight, I had Jasper Burgess with 6, Zach Alexander with 4, Nathan Farmer with 6, Lathan Newland with 3. That was a 3-point field goal. I had Emberton. I had Blaine. Could have been Brody. I might have got them mixed up. I had Blaine with 2, Cameron Louder with 3. That was a 3-point field goal. Ty Dodd with 6. I had Titus Johnson with 3 points. I had Ethan Biggs with 5, including 1 3-point field goal.
And finishing up these numbers here.
Marshall, I had them actually making 4 3-point field goals. So of their, 16 points, 4 of those were threes. Just not a lot of opportunities tonight for the Bobcats.
Yeah, Clinton shoots in the second half. The Yellow Jackets shoot 4 for 20 in the second half. That's 20%. Yellow Jackets were 14 of 42, though, for the ball game. That's 33%. Marshall goes 4 of 17 in the second half. That's 24%. And they were 6 of 29 for the ball game. They shot 21% tonight from the field. Not much pressure defense tonight for either team. Nobody pressed. Both teams played the zone. So Marshall commits 9 turnovers to the ball game, 7 in the first half, 2 in the second half. Clinton with only 4 turnovers for the night. 3 of those came in the first half of play. Yellow Jackets jumped out to a 16-2 lead at the end of the first quarter, led 24-5 at the half, and then cruised in the second half to a 39-16 victory. In fact, they held Marshall to only 1 point in that fourth quarter of play. But you're right, 4 3-point baskets tonight for Marshall. Yellow Jackets now run the record to 4 wins, 2 losses on the season. They're 1-1 in conference play. This was not a conference game, but tomorrow night will be, as the Yellow Jackets and the Tigers from Penguin will battle. Both teams are 1-1 in conference play tonight. This was the 4th and final game of a 4-game night. Junior girls lost 28-16. The game was tied at 16 in the fourth quarter. Marshall runs off 12 straight to win that one. Short-handed junior boys played pretty tough tonight, kept the game pretty close until the fourth quarter. Marshall pulls away for the victory there. In the senior girls, it was all Lady Yellow Jackets tonight with a 71-32 win. Now they run their record to 5-0 on the season. They are 1-0 or 2-0 in conference play. And they'll take on another 2-0 team tomorrow night in Penguin. So you want to be here tomorrow night for that. Lady Yellow Jackets jumped out to a 20-4 first quarter lead and a 35-20 halftime lead, and then outscored Marshall by a score of 30-12 in the second half of play. So it's a split tonight. 2 for Marshall, 2 for Clinton, and we look forward to tomorrow night's action.
How about our first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game? Again, appreciate their sponsorship of us again this season. Stop by, tell them you enjoy listening to the Yellow Jacket basketball, located there in the Northside Shopping Center across from Goods Cash Saver, Radio Shack, and the Pizza Hut. Full line of banking services, financial products for you to take advantage of. Again, everybody played tonight. The starting five didn't play a lot. They may have even subbed out halfway through the first quarter. I'm trying to remember if they completed the first quarter, but Jasper Burgess, Zach Alexander, Nathan Farmer, Lathan Newland, it was Blaine Emberton got the start. Those guys that got things off and running with a 14-2 to lead early. And how about, in high school, it's not always about the dunk. We don't see many of them. But the athleticism we saw, he's tied for the leading scorer tonight, Nathan Farmer. How about we make him the first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game? We saw his mom walk by just here for a moment and got to visit a little bit. And what a fun play that was. Again, all of these live streams, you can go back and watch the replay of. It'll be posted probably sometime in here tonight in the near future. Ryan Jones is wrapping things up as well, and you can see that. What a fun play that was when Jasper Burgess on the break comes out of the side. He whips it to Nathan Farmer, catches it, never hesitates, into the lane, got a defender on him, went up, dunked the ball hard, and just a fun play to watch. And it's going to be maybe a fun year watching those guys, and Nathan's going to make good contributions to the team this season.
Yeah, Nathan Farmer getting better and better against Friday night against Ball Knob. He was 7 of 10 from the field. He's getting more agile, able to handle the basketball tonight. The dunk was great. With the catch, he put the ball on the floor around a couple of defenders and then dunks it. It just wasn't a wide-open dunk. So, yeah, good choice tonight for Nathan Farmer, your first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. Hey, we've got a big game tomorrow night. It's conference games. And Phillip Jones here, president of the Booster Club. And we already thrown out the Angela Bradford Challenge. She says they cannot buy her out of the concession stand food, Phillip. We need to get them in here, pack them in tomorrow night.
Get them in here. Hey, everybody come in here and say, hey, Angela, we want fried fish on Friday nights. We'll make it happen.
Hey.
All right, you're right there. You want fried fish, tell Angela Bradford, and it'll happen. So, all right, big game tomorrow night. Need a huge crowd. And so take the Angela Bradford Challenge and come have supper and watch the Yellow Jackets.
Hey, we'll be here to call it for you. Looking forward to see you in the stands. Until then, thanks to Sid King, got everything set up today. To Ryan Jones, our video engineer. To Huey Moran, helping out with the camera tonight. To Kelsey Robertson, our studio engineer. For my colleague, I'm Jeff Hall. You've been listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Thank you for joining us for exciting Yellow Jacket basketball action on